Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before we begin this video, don't forget to give it a like. It truly encourages us to keep sharing beneficial content, inshallah. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our future videos on faith, spirituality, and Islamic reminders. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah bless you, and enjoy the video. Marriage is one of the most beautiful and significant milestones in a believer's life, and when Allah is preparing someone for this blessed union, He often begins by sending signs, subtle yet powerful indications that something profound is on the horizon. These divine signals are meant to awaken the heart, open the mind, and prepare the soul for the sacred commitment that marriage entails. They come in many forms, sometimes quiet whispers during moments of reflection, sometimes clear messages woven through life circumstances. Understanding these signs and recognizing them as guidance from Allah helps believers to approach marriage with faith, patience, and trust in the divine plan. One of the first signs that marriage is imminent often manifests as a shift within the person's inner state. A believer may begin to feel a deep sense of readiness and peace about the idea of marriage, even if it hadn't been a pressing thought before. This internal readiness is not merely a fleeting emotion, but a spiritual awakening, a sign from Allah that the heart is maturing and the soul is aligning itself with the purpose of companionship. This can come with a newfound patience in personal affairs, a decrease in restlessness, and a stronger yearning for stability and righteousness in one's life. It is as though the heart begins to whisper, "Prepare yourself, something good is coming." Another form of divine communication is the appearance of opportunities that seem almost too perfectly timed to be mere coincidence. These opportunities can take many shapes: invitations to social events where one might meet potential partners, new circles of friends or community groups that nurture spiritual growth, or even professional chances that lead to meeting someone aligned with one's values. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, arranges these moments to bring His servants closer to their destined paths. When such doors open unexpectedly, it is important to recognize them not just as chance, but as part of a divine orchestration. Meaningful encounters also serve as powerful indicators. When a person begins to meet others who resonate on a spiritual and emotional level, where conversations carry depth and mutual respect, these meetings are often more than mere social exchanges. They are signs. The way the heart reacts during these interactions, calmness, hope, and a feeling of tranquility, can be a divine confirmation. It is through these encounters that Allah begins to lay the foundation for a future union, preparing the hearts for a relationship built on faith and understanding. The presence of gradual blessings in one's life also signals Allah's favor and the preparation for marriage. These blessings may come in the form of increased contentment, improved personal circumstances, or even the removal of obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. As a person grows closer to Allah and remains steadfast in prayer and supplication, these blessings often multiply. The Quran reminds believers that Allah is the best of planners, and every blessing is a step closer to the fulfillment of what He has destined. Recognizing and appreciating these blessings cultivates gratitude, which in turn attracts even more goodness. Sometimes, a believer might feel a quiet but persistent urge to improve themselves spiritually and morally. This urge can manifest as a heightened awareness of personal faults, a desire to seek forgiveness, and a renewed commitment to live by the teachings of Islam. This self-improvement is often triggered by the knowledge deep inside that a new phase of life is approaching, one that requires patience, kindness, and sacrifice. Allah prepares the servant's heart by encouraging growth and refinement, knowing that marriage is not only a union between two people, but a partnership founded on mutual respect and righteousness. Prayer, or dua, also plays a crucial role in this spiritual preparation. A believer might find themselves turning more frequently to Allah, asking sincerely for guidance, for the right partner, and for ease in the upcoming changes. The response to these prayers might not be immediate or obvious, but signs often come in the form of peace in the heart, positive feelings about the future, or unexpected support from others. Through sincere prayer, a servant draws closer to Allah, who then prepares the path ahead with wisdom and mercy. In many cases, believers experience a change in their dreams and intuition. Dreams can carry symbolic messages, and when they revolve around themes of union, family, or happiness, they may be a gentle nudge from Allah that marriage is near. Similarly, intuition, a feeling that certain doors should be opened or closed, becomes sharper. This spiritual sensitivity is part of Allah's way of guiding His servants toward the right decisions at the right time. It is also common to see the resolution of previous doubts or fears as a sign that the heart is ready for marriage. A person who once hesitated or felt anxious about commitment might suddenly feel calm and confident. This transformation often results from a combination of spiritual maturity, trust in Allah's plan, and the experience of His blessings. The Quran encourages believers to rely on Allah, stating that He is sufficient as a disposer of affairs. This trust replaces worry with hope, making the prospect of marriage a source of joy rather than fear. Finally, the journey toward marriage often involves trials that serve as tests of faith and character. These challenges are not meant to discourage, but to strengthen the believer. Facing them with patience and perseverance refines the soul and prepares it to enter marriage with wisdom and grace. When a person notices that difficulties are becoming easier to bear and that support arrives just when needed, it can be understood as a sign that Allah is paving the way. In all these ways, Allah's signs about marriage are deeply intertwined with spiritual growth, self-awareness, and divine timing. Recognizing them requires mindfulness and faith, but their presence offers reassurance and hope. For those who are attentive, these signs become a comforting reminder that Allah is involved in every detail of their lives, guiding them toward a blessed and harmonious union. When Allah chooses a partner for His servant, it is not a random act, but a deliberate and beautiful confirmation of His divine wisdom and mercy. Recognizing Allah's confirmation through your partner is an essential step in understanding that your relationship is not merely based on worldly attraction or convenience, but is deeply rooted in spiritual purpose. This confirmation manifests through qualities and signs that reflect a partnership blessed and ordained by Allah, bringing peace and certainty to the believer's heart. One of the most profound signs of Allah's confirmation is the sense of peace that the partner brings into your life. Islam teaches that true peace comes from Allah, and when a relationship aligns with His will, the hearts of those involved find tranquility. This peace is not superficial or fleeting. It is a deep, calming feeling that reassures you during moments of uncertainty. When you are with this person, you feel comforted, supported, and understood in a way that transcends ordinary human connections. This peace acts as a spiritual confirmation that the relationship is meant to be, and it encourages you to trust in Allah's plan. Shared Islamic values are another critical indicator of divine confirmation. A partner chosen by Allah will share a commitment to faith, prayer, honesty, kindness, and moral integrity. These shared values create a solid foundation for the relationship, ensuring that both individuals are moving toward a common goal of pleasing Allah and living a righteous life. When your partner demonstrates dedication to Islamic principles, it becomes a sign that this relationship will nurture your spirituality rather than challenge it. It also reassures you that together you can build a household centered on faith and devotion. Patience is a virtue highly regarded in Islam, and it plays a significant role in recognizing Allah's confirmation in a partner. In any relationship, challenges and disagreements are inevitable, but the way your partner responds to difficulties reveals their true character. A partner who practices patience, who listens, forgives, and remains calm under pressure, reflects the qualities Allah values in a spouse. This patience is a sign that your partner is ready to face life's ups and downs with you, standing firm in faith and resilience. It also indicates that they understand the sacred responsibility marriage entails and are willing to uphold it with compassion and endurance. Sincerity in intentions is perhaps the most crucial sign of Allah's confirmation. A partner chosen by Allah approaches the relationship with honesty and transparency, seeking to please Allah rather than simply fulfill personal desires. This sincerity manifests in their words and actions. They communicate openly about their hopes and fears, and their commitment is free from deceit or selfish motives. When you recognize this sincerity, it assures you that your partner's heart is aligned with yours in seeking a blessed and purposeful marriage. It also encourages mutual trust, which is essential for a strong and lasting relationship. Beyond individual qualities, Allah's confirmation is often evident through how the relationship affects your spiritual growth. A partner who motivates you to become a better Muslim, encourages your worship, and supports your moral development is a clear sign of divine blessing. When you find that your faith deepens and your good deeds increase because of this person's influence, it is a spiritual confirmation that the relationship is part of Allah's plan. This mutual growth is a source of great joy and a sign that your partnership is a means of drawing closer to Allah together. Another important sign is the ease that Allah places in your relationship. While no marriage is free from challenges, the overall tone of your interactions should reflect ease, mercy, and kindness. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that the best among people are those who are best to their spouses. When your partner treats you with respect and gentleness, and when conflicts are resolved through understanding rather than anger, it signals Allah's favor. This ease is a blessing that facilitates harmony and reinforces that your union is blessed. Allah's confirmation can also be seen in the support and acceptance from family and community. Islam encourages the involvement of family in marriage, as their blessings and prayers are a source of strength. When your partner is welcomed and respected by your loved ones, and when you feel comfortable and valued in their family, it is a positive sign that Allah is uniting two compatible lives and circles. This support creates a nurturing environment for your marriage to flourish. Often, believers experience moments of reassurance through prayer and reflection. When you sincerely ask Allah for guidance and clarity about your partner, you may receive answers through feelings of certainty, clarity in the heart, or signs in your daily life. This spiritual reassurance is an intimate form of confirmation, reminding you that Allah is overseeing your relationship. It encourages patience and reliance on Him, knowing that He is the best planner and knower of what is good for you. It is important to remember that no partner is perfect, but recognizing Allah's confirmation means focusing on the overall spiritual harmony and growth the relationship brings. Differences and challenges will exist, but when the core qualities align with divine guidance, the relationship is on the right path. This perspective helps believers maintain hope, work through difficulties, and continuously seek Allah's help in nurturing the marriage. In conclusion, Allah's confirmation through your partner is a multifaceted blessing encompassing peace, shared values, patience, sincerity, spiritual growth, ease, support from loved ones, and divine reassurance. Recognizing these signs enables believers to approach marriage with confidence and gratitude, trusting that their union is part of a greater plan. This awareness fosters a relationship built not only on love but on faith, resilience, and mutual devotion to Allah's guidance, ensuring a strong foundation for a blessed and fulfilling life together. In the journey toward marriage, relocation, or moving to a new place often plays a significant role in Allah's divine plan. While moving might initially seem like a challenge or disruption, it frequently serves as a necessary step toward growth, blessing, and the fulfillment of one's destiny. Allah's wisdom is beyond human comprehension, and He sometimes guides His servants through change in location to prepare them spiritually, emotionally, and practically for the new chapter that marriage brings. Relocation can be a sign that Allah is opening doors to new opportunities that are essential for a successful marriage and a blessed life afterward. It might involve moving closer to a spouse-to-be or relocating for better career prospects that will provide stability and security for the future family. Often, Allah's plan includes placing believers in environments that support their faith and values. This could mean moving to a community where Islamic practices are encouraged or where family support is stronger, helping to build a solid foundation for married life. Furthermore, relocation is sometimes necessary to escape negative influences or situations that could hinder spiritual growth. A change of environment can bring peace of mind, reduce stress, and create space for personal and relational development. When a believer steps into a new place with trust in Allah's guidance, it signals readiness to embrace change and the growth that comes with it. This trust transforms the relocation from a mere physical move into a spiritual transition guided by faith. This change in location can also serve as a test of patience and reliance on Allah. Moving often involves uncertainty, challenges, and sacrifices. However, by maintaining patience and steadfastness, believers demonstrate their submission to Allah's will. The Quran reminds us that those who are patient will be rewarded beyond measure. Relocation before or after marriage becomes a way to strengthen faith, develop resilience, and prepare emotionally for the responsibilities of married life. In many cases, relocation is accompanied by signs of divine favor. Doors that seemed closed before suddenly open. Support comes from unexpected places, and the believer finds a sense of belonging in a new environment. These blessings affirm that the move is part of Allah's plan and that He is guiding the believer toward what is best. Recognizing these signs helps reduce anxiety about change and encourages trust in the divine timing. Moreover, relocation often leads to meeting new people who can become part of the believer's support system in marriage. It provides opportunities to build connections with other Muslims, scholars, or mentors who offer guidance and encouragement. This social and spiritual support is vital for nurturing a healthy marriage and family life. Ultimately, moving is more than a logistical step. It is a spiritual journey intertwined with Allah's wisdom and mercy. By embracing relocation with faith and gratitude, believers align themselves with the divine plan, opening the way to a fruitful marriage and a fulfilling life. This trust in Allah's guidance transforms change into blessing, making the transition a meaningful and hopeful part of the path toward marital happiness. Preparing your heart and strengthening your faith are essential steps when facing the life-changing transition of marriage and relocation. This new chapter is not just about physical change. It is deeply spiritual and requires patience, trust, and sincere reliance on Allah. The heart must be nurtured with hope and resilience, knowing that every challenge and blessing comes from the most merciful. One of the first things to embrace is patience. Marriage and moving to a new place come with uncertainties and adjustments that can test even the strongest believers. The Quran repeatedly emphasizes the virtue of sabr, patience, assuring that those who endure with faith will receive immense rewards. Developing patience means accepting that things may not always unfold exactly as hoped, but trusting that Allah's plan is perfect. This mindset allows the heart to remain calm and open, rather than fearful or anxious. Trusting in Allah's wisdom is equally important. Sometimes, the timing or circumstances of marriage and relocation may seem difficult or confusing. Yet, believers are reminded that Allah is Al-Kabir, the All-Aware, and Al-Hakim, the Most Wise. Trusting Him means believing that every event is part of a greater design for your benefit. When doubts or worries arise, turning to prayer and dhikr, remembrance of Allah, strengthens this trust and brings peace to the heart. Prayer is a powerful tool in preparing for these changes. Regular dua, supplication, allows believers to express their hopes, fears, and gratitude directly to Allah. Asking for ease, guidance, and blessing opens the door for divine help. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that dua is the essence of worship and that Allah loves to answer the prayers of His servants. Through consistent prayer, the believer feels connected and supported during transitions. Remembrance of Allah through dhikr is also vital. Repeating phrases like Hasbi Allahu la ilaha illa huwa, Allah is sufficient for me, there is no deity except Him, or tawakkul to Allah, I place my trust in Allah, calms the heart and strengthens reliance. These spiritual practices help maintain focus on the eternal, reminding believers that worldly changes are temporary and part of a larger divine journey. Another key aspect is purifying intentions. Marriage and relocation should be approached with sincere niyah, intention, to please Allah and build a life based on faith and righteousness. Purifying intentions guards the heart from selfish desires or societal pressures and aligns actions with spiritual goals. This sincerity attracts blessings and smooths the path ahead. Finally, preparing the heart includes seeking knowledge and advice. Learning about the rights and responsibilities of marriage in Islam, understanding how to maintain faith in a new environment, and seeking counsel from trusted mentors or family members equip believers to face challenges wisely. Knowledge nurtures confidence and reduces fear of the unknown. In summary, preparing for marriage and relocation is a holistic process involving patience, trust, prayer, remembrance, sincere intention, and learning. By nurturing the heart in these ways, believers align themselves with Allah's guidance and open their lives to His blessings. This spiritual readiness transforms what might feel like a daunting change into a hopeful, faith-filled journey toward a blessed new chapter. May Allah bless you and guide you to a life filled with mercy, love, and tranquility.